We're going to be watching Encanto today. Mom here.
Storm here.
Kimmy here.
We are all blind to this movie, and we're very excited to watch this.
Yes,
We are.
very much so.
We've been wanting to watch this for a while. We've been actually saying it since it came out, and now that's been a long while
Oh,
ago.
it's for this week. That would be so fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we have gotten some requests for it, and we do have polls on our Patreon, links below, but it hasn't won a poll yet, and so that's why we haven't watched it yet. But now, yes, now we're going to watch it, and we know it's Disney Pixar. We're going to be watching on Disney Plus today. It came out in 2021. And I'm going to bring up a little bit of information about it, but not the premise. I already brought up the webpage here on Wikipedia, and we did see that the story is by a bunch of people, and we noticed Lin-Manuel Miranda, who made Hamilton, right?
That's
so
right. He was in Hamilton, yes.
Yeah, Nancy Cruz, Jason Han, Charisse Castro-Smith, Brian Howard, Jared Bush. And then screenplay by Charisse Castro-Smith and Jared Bush. And we're not looking at the character names because we don't know who they are, but let's see, Jessica Darrow, Diane Guerrero, Maluma, John Leguizamo. We know him. We've seen him in a few things now.
Seen him.
Yeah, and he's just awesome. So very fun.
Excellent.
That's right.
I know it is a musical, I will say that. We'll probably know that right away. And same people from Coco, I also heard, did this. So we loved Coco so much. That was such an emotional story.
Yeah.
That was so wonderfully done. So yeah,
Very good.
shall we get into it?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Encanto.
Your abuelo Pedro and I were forced to flee our home. And your abuelo was lost. And it blessed us with a refuge in which to live.
Oh, wow.
Natural walls.
Our casita itself came alive to shelter us.
Hi.
Our family's gifts have made our new home a paradise.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, yes, casita. We're going.
We're gonna find out. What's your gift? Who's asking?
Caffeine.
I can't just.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, nice.
Tell us what everyone can do. And that's why coffee's for grown-ups.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Ah. Pretending.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
That's impressive.
What's your gift?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh,
be nice. Oh,
we
my
sexed him
gosh.
prone. Oh.
You have no gift.
Thanks for reminding me.
Tell Antonio good luck. Last gift ceremony was a bummer.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
We need another Jose.
Jose!
Luis.
Flowers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
1 hour.
Oh, fire.
Oh.
What do you want from me?
Oh, jeez. That's a cloud overhead.
I wouldn't want that.
What? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, she knew he was there.
Wow.
This little Edie doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, not allowed. All eyes on you.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's sweet.
Change it up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I talk to animals.
Stand you?
Ooh, everything.
Everything. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I want
Oh,
one.
way. Whoa.
He has a jaguar. It's so cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe.
It's breaking.
Maybe it's not
no.
good that she's there.
The whole house. Power's over.
Oh,
The cracks were there. They were
could be.
Maybe they're gonna say, "Oh, you're just saying that because you weren't invited."
How do I save a miracle?
Ugh.
Figure out what's happening to the miracle.
Stop pretending you're Dolores so you can have seconds.
Oh,
Tonight, he wants 5 babies.
Wonderful.
Sound effect.
Louisa, figure out the river.
Save the miracle.
oh my.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Woo.
Wow.
First try.
How are you gonna get back?
Whoops. Whoop.
We were into the mouth. And eyes,
Nose.
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 Ooh, reflection back.
Oh, wow.
Oh, crud.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least you can fall off the cliff.
God. Oh, my God.
But then when I went to throw the donkeys in the barn, they were heavy.
Oh, boy, heavy nursing.
Why am I in your vision, Bruno?
Oh,
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
She's trying.
No one has to know.
Oh.
she hears
Oh,
everything.
She is.
She's trying to tell somebody.
Whoops.
Yeah, I want some avocado.
The glass. Here we
Oh,
go.
they're smart.
Don't
Put
put
it
it
together.
Look at that.
Now it is for real
Oh,
cracking.
It is, yeah.
A baby.
Oh. I guess so. Ooh, I guess so.
I'm a loser.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, it's a big
What is
door.
that? Secret passageway.
Ooh,
Oh,
creepy.
my God. Whoa.
Deep breath out.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no! Okay, they got
Next floor.
A little salt.
So superstitious.
Oh, that's so-
So what do you like? What do you like? You like sports?
Game show.
so cute. Oh, I get to see them all together. Oh, he pretends to be
Oh, my
so
goodness.
sad.
Look at that. Oh,
This is my room.
Oh,
oh my God.
Give me everything. Don't eat those.
oh, boy. Still not moving.
To make the candle bright, you have to embrace her.
Embrace who?
Oh, her sister.
Okay.
Oh, the magic's going crazy.
Not gonna work. I'm bringing you
Oh,
home.
that'd be good. Yeah.
Knock, 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 knock on wood.
I know.
Apologize.
Oh, yeah, we hate that.
Oh, boy.
I never wanted to marry him. I was doing it for the family.
See, everything's for the
Oh
family.
my gosh.
Ooh.
Oh, not again.
Oh, it's just,
But it is not an excuse for you to hurt this family.
Nope, see, you're the one actually hurting
yeah,
it.
she is.
Truth hurts.
No divider. Break to the candle.
The camel, yeah, watch. Whoops.
Oh, yeah, so
Oh,
right when
wow.
the door breaks, power's gone.
Oh, wow.
Good strong head.
Wow, really protecting her and the candle.
Oh, bye-bye.
Oh, my God. Oh, whoops.
She let me heal.
But if you're too stubborn to
Good.
Oh,
That's
look
what I
at
want to
that.
see.
Good, that's good. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Kids are cute.
Oh god, the cabin's a good idea though. That was her prophecy, right? Ooh.
We made this one for you.
Ooh. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, the magic came back. Yay.
Oh, wow, yes. Oh, good. Oh.
Yay. House is alive.
Candle. Oh, wow.
I want his power. Or hers.
She
It's
likes
kind of
that
torn.
one. Yeah. Oh,
Look at Bruno.
oh, yeah.
That was great.
That
That's
made me
really
cry.
good, yeah.
I love all the
singing.
colors.
The singing
The
is
music's
so good,
wonderful.
yes.
Louisa.
Music, singing.
It's so upbeat. Unicorns.
Yeah.
Sparkly ones.
That's right.
He was so adorable.
That's right, yeah.
Although being able to heal people with just eating something's kind of
Okay.
nice too.
Oh,
That's right,
man,
yeah.
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 Her poor husband.
Yes,
Poor
right.
guy.
Oh, gee.
Yay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's going to be any cutscenes, but we'll let that roll just in
Okay,
case.
Just in case. I have a feeling it might be.
Yeah, because we enjoyed Finding Nemo, but Disney Plus minimized, and we just thought that was the end. And usually I wait and have the credits roll, but it just went to the next thing, so I just assumed that was it, and there was something really good at the end. There's actually 2 small scenes that we missed in that.
Darn it.
But gosh darn it, because they are good. Like, we enjoy the cutscenes as well.
Yeah,
And
very good.
anywho, that's running in the background, but what did you guys think of the movie?
Really liked it a lot.
I loved the story. The
Me
story
too.
was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that
Oh.
Grandma finally understood.
Yeah.
Thank
all
goodness
that.
after all that. It was
I
really-
know. Because I know we
Shame.
were
Yeah.
feeling for Mirabelle, and just to have her grandma really just get upset and say, like, you're the screw up. Like, not saying you're a screw up, but kind of going in that direction. And I know you guys were getting upset. And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, it's not right that she's saying that, but she means well. She doesn't realize how far she's taking it because she's trying to protect the family. But then it came around and she understood the true meaning behind everything. You can't, put on this facade, she was overprotective and making everyone too perfect where it wasn't them anymore. And
Yeah,
people
to
were
live up to their
miserable.
obligation.
Very
Yeah.
uncomfortable that way.
Too much so.
Yeah, and then she was disowning family members. I
Sure,
mean, for
she
her
was.
to
That
even
was
tell
really-
Mirabelle, like, no, like, I
Stay
can't have you
aside,
around, stay
yeah.
aside, pushing her away.
Yeah.
And
no
being
one's
like,
perfect.
And before that, even Bruno pushing.
and that's
him
where I was
aside.
going with it. And look at Bruno, and that was supposed to be
Such a-
upsetting, but how insulting that really hurt me to see.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
you disowned a family member. I mean,
Her
you
own
hear
son.
these bad
That's
things. He
horrible.
sounds like a real evil guy, and the whole
Yeah,
family
that's a-
just goes with Grandma and says, "Okay, well, we don't talk about Bruno because he was
right.
the bad egg in the
Poor Bruno.
family, so
Yes,
he was
yes.
disowned, and no one even cares, and just kind of accept that he's gone."
Yeah.
And I'm like, how devastating is that? Like,
It
just because he's
was.
different in the family. And I mean, his power was confusing, which I knew. I didn't say anything, but right away when I love all the music too, of course, but when they were talking about his powers and like, oh, and then he said I was going to get a gut, and then I did get a gut, and they had funny moments, and then moments that made you think like, oh, well, maybe he does jinx people. Like, if he doesn't say it, it won't come true. But I automatically thought, no, he's actually giving true scenarios that will happen.
Yes.
But people are just blaming him for it.
Right, because
yeah.
'Cause he's the one
he's
saying
giving,
it.
he's trying to give news, and most likely it's bad news.
Yeah.
And
to shun
just
him
thinking,
over it.
yeah, and
Right, yeah.
him being so protective over Mirabelle this whole time, and just living with the family, seeing the dining room, being behind the
And he had
behind
his
the
own-
wall,
he had
literally.
his own little plate.
Yes, to still
Yeah,
eat
like
with
that,
the family,
yeah.
be
So
with the
yeah,
family,
that was a lot.
and his beautiful little rat friends giving him food.
Yeah, that's right.
How to survive.
See,
That's-
there's so many
Oh,
great
such a
elements
good
about
movie.
this story, and one major thing is like following these characters and seeing what they're about and really getting to learn what they're like. And it's just really well told, you know, like it really just makes you feel
Definitely,
for
yeah.
everyone.
It
And
does.
Bruno,
Oh my
man, like I
gosh, it
felt
does.
so bad for him because he was an innocent, caring guy.
Yes, he was.
And he
Like
did
that.
blame himself because that's what he believed. That's what he was told. Just like Mirabelle, if she kept
Yeah.
believing what her grandmother was saying, then she would have gone down that same road of everything cracking and going away, and
Right, yeah.
that's it. But she didn't truly believe that. Like she got hurt by it, but you know,
Yes.
and they learned
It does.
together. I think
I
that's a
thought it worked
wonderful
out.
story.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah.
Mirabelle's mom always believed in her.
She did.
But
She
she
did.
had to listen to what her mother was saying, so she had to just go along with.
She was the leader of the pack, you know, and
Yes.
everyone just respected and no questions asked. Like she just controlled
That's
everything.
right. And even Mirabelle's sisters. I mean, Louisa had to go by, you know, just her strengths, and she always had to continue on. And she had so much to bear. And her sister with the flowers, like she can make anything grow and go into. It had to be beautiful. It had to be roses.
Yeah.
It couldn't be.
Almost
And so
labeling
she-
them too, like
Yes.
right in our
Right.
face, where we have Louisa. I loved her too. She was amazing. I
She
really
was good.
connected
Yeah,
with her,
she
you
was
know,
good, yeah.
because she was a sweetheart. And even
Yeah.
though she's tough and strong, it doesn't mean that she's rugged personality or emotion wise too. And you know, again, like she has so much on her plate like everyone else. You're just seen in this role and you have to keep it going, and you know that's what people know you as. So you can't like
Yeah.
you know take a day off, you can't relax, like you gotta like help all these people and they expect
That's
it.
where
And
we're going.
and yeah, she had a lot of pressure, and that was a great song for her. But she was emotional, and she does have a sensitive side,
sure.
which seems weak, but it's not.
Absolutely, and it's okay to cry. And
Yeah,
I
definitely,
did
like
love
that.
Louisa's song.
And yeah, me
what
too.
he
I mean, that was
says.
cool. I like that song a lot.
Bruno's. Oh my God.
They were good.
Talk
Bruno's was
about
cool too.
Bruno.
There were a lot of
Don't
good
talk
songs
about
in this.
Bruno.
Oh, it's
That's
very
hard to
good.
decide, actually.
No.
The one about Bruno was cool too.
Yeah.
When the
Oh,
shapeshifter
yes.
kept shifting into him and doing like the cool thing about the
Yeah.
rats. Like, ooh, that's kind of
Oh,
fun.
my God,
And,
yeah.
you know, but yeah, like just to see how Louisa was, and then her graceful sister, and how she's perfect with the roses and the flowers, but she's not full on like that. Like, okay, maybe she is a princess in a way because people see her and treat her like that, and you know she's spoiled in
That's
a way.
right,
Like she
yeah.
had her moments that we've seen, but you know she is more artistic and you know not dirty, but like I kind of saw that as like going out and just being an artist and drawing and painting and just getting messy and having fun and expressing yourself, not in a very elegant way, but in a very different way. And it was cool to see how opposite she was. She didn't have to be fully graceful,
That's right. Yeah.
you
That's
know,
good.
perfect and clean, and you know she could
Absolutely.
have fun with it and
Yeah.
draw outside the lines, and you
That's
know
right.
so it was neat to see that they had you know a very broad range of personalities.
That's right. Yeah,
They did,
definitely.
and it was
Yeah.
like, how are they going to hug? There is no way.
Bring it in, bring
that
it in.
big.
Right. Yes.
How is that big sister going to hug her?
That's
There
right.
was no way. But
Yeah, and it went
Well,
both
it was
ways. So
beautiful.
It was
Yeah.
good.
I'm glad
Very
that
good.
they both saw, because I thought
Yes.
her sister was going to be
Oh,
harder
yeah,
to
it was good,
understand.
yeah.
And
No,
that
she
song
was like,
wonderful
she
too.
felt so liberated after that. She's
God.
like, yeah, great.
And nobody's perfect. You gotta realize that.
Nobody's perfect,
No,
and
definitely not.
How did you guys feel about the house coming back to life and the magic returning at the
Oh,
end?
that was great. I thought
That
really
was
good.
phenomenal. That was the
Wonderful,
icing on
yeah.
the cake.
Oh,
That
And
was a lot of
Mirabelle,
fun.
she was the
Yes.
miracle.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She
right.
herself, her true self.
Brought
She was
everyone
great,
together
yeah.
and made them who they are for sure, like for real.
And
Not
that's
like,
strong,
oh, well,
that's strength.
labeling you. This is what, you know, your
Yeah.
magic is, so this is who you
Be
are.
yourself.
Like,
Be yourself.
be yourself. And
That's right.
I
That's
think
right.
that's a really good message to have. I think
right.
that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
People
I
who-
see the credits
Yeah.
rolling up, so I'm like, is there going to be another cutscene? But
Mhm.
I think it's wonderful too that the house did come back at the end.
Too.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
Definitely.
I think the house was very happy too.
I think so,
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
It's like,
it came to
yes.
life, and we saw it
That's
as a
right.
person, so it was sad to see it go. And I'm just going to assume that there's a cutscene coming up, so we will just wait
Wait
for
and
it to
see.
show up, because it didn't
Probably.
minimize this time. I guess no
Guess not,
cutscene.
no.
Yeah, I really thought there was going to be
Okay.
one.
At least
Now I'm
you
like,
waited.
watch it, you know? But going back to before, like, I am happy the house came back. We saw it as a person, and I thought it was fun from the start, seeing the house come to life and interacting with all the family members. But I was like, oh, this is a little weird, but it's fun. And I did not think I was going to grow an attachment to the house
That's
and actually
right,
feel
yeah.
bad for it at the end. Like, I really felt bad for it. And I wanted to say that at the end, I thought that it was a sad death. that does happen in a lot of films, but in Disney, you know, you'll see like a tragic death and usually it comes back, like that person will come back. But I was like, well, maybe that's a good lesson too, to show that you don't need the magic to be unified, to be strong. I mean, you have the townspeople coming in to help as well, which is wonderful to see
that
that.
was fantastic as well, because they've done so much for the community.
Yep.
They came back and rebuilt. Helped
So
them rebuild.
I thought it would be a better lesson for the magic not to return, and they built the house up from scratch with the whole, like all the people. So that was really good, and then they can survive and thrive off of that. But again, like it was a feel good moment, bringing everything back in and seeing everything anew, you know, like not having the magic like they had it before.
Yes.
And at first I thought it was an earthquake. When I first saw that, I thought it was an earthquake.
Yeah. I mean, who knows, you know?
And look at Bruno just patching up as much as he could, you know, behind the scenes. Nobody knew. He was just patching up all the cracks.
And that's something.
I know he said it wasn't
great.
him or something, right? And he was like all freaked out, but then I guess he was lying. He was like, I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? But yeah, it was a beautiful movie. The animation was just absolutely incredible. I just love it so much. And the creativity behind it all. I mean, the island, I keep calling it the island, but you just have like the mountains surrounding, you know, protecting them from the outside.
And all the beautiful colors.
And this and the beginning story of the grandmother, what she had to endure. She did go through some terrible things. She lost her husband. She had to raise triplets on her own. And to have this miracle, of course, you can feel why she would, you know, you understand the reason why she would try to keep this at bay, and everyone has their part, and to have their miracle and to make it a big thing, because she doesn't ever want to go back to
she wants to protect
the way it was.
And she really saw it after that. Like she really understood that she just took it too far because of all the bad things that happened to her. She didn't want it to. She didn't want anyone else to relive that, you know. And again, good storytelling, because with her telling the story in the beginning and then us reliving it later. And her husband died. He was brutally killed probably in front of her. And the look on her face and how that was animated was so true to the emotion. I felt that. I was like, oh my God. And we didn't have to see him die. Like the way they did the shots, they animated it, you know, with the swords coming up and then him just fading out of existence was enough to really make it emotional. And her face, oh my God, her follow through with that, reacting to it was just so sad. So that was really well done.
And you know, and Mirabelle, how she was so positive. She didn't let herself not having a gift be down. She made the best of it.
Yeah. I love that too, because that's hard, and people can relate with that because, you know, people say, and it does happen where families have one oddball, especially if you have a ton of siblings or something, and some people feel really left out. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person or anything. Everyone's unique in their own way.
That's right, they definitely are.
And I think that's great that Mirabelle was the one to bring everyone together, to make them truly who they were supposed to be, and bring everyone together, make them happy. It was wonderful. It was a great story.
I loved it.
Yes,
I loved it. I loved her mother. Everybody. It was just a great feel-good movie.
And I love that Bruno came back.
Yeah, that was good too. I'm
he
happy
was
to
so excited
back
back. Wow, me too, Mom.
I was still kind of annoyed for a while because the fact that they just shunned him and we just don't talk about Bruno. That's it. I'm like, I could never imagine, because he wasn't like a bad guy. Like, oh well, he gave me bad luck. And again, they just misinterpreted it because, you know, it would happen because he knew it and he would say it. But good things happen too.
Yeah.
In the song, like people were saying, like, oh well, the cousin was like, oh well, my true love's going to be out of reach or something like that, and he was right. So he said a few positive things as well.
Yes.
But you know, it was going to happen no matter what. And the fact that they just shunned him and just like, it just got to me. Like, wow, like that's harsh for a family to do that. Like, okay, well, Grandma says this person's nasty, so we just don't talk about him. We're just going to ignore him and not worry about his well-being at all, you know. But then the cousin knew he was in the house and stuff, so maybe more people knew or something. I don't know. And you know, we're just afraid of the grandma or something at that time. But. Anywho, I just thinking, with the powers we saw here, what power would you love to have? Not that they had a choice, but we do. I don't mind.
I personally would love the the tiniest, the youngest cousin that was after Mirabelle with all his animal friends, and being able to talk to animals and understand what they are saying, and that would be a great one.
The mother could heal people with food.
Yeah. I liked her power too.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, being super strong is amazing, but I honestly love the animal one because I wanted a jaguar to run into a pond. I just love that.
That was the only one I was in tune to, really.
Yeah, that was a cool one. I mean, that was the one that was really in our face because we were kind of like experiencing it with the family for the first time. So it was like exciting. And look at the cool rooms that they get too. Holy cow.
Wow.
I mean, appreciate what you got, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, I would love a magic room like that. Like
Can you tell which sister has the flowers?
That's right.
I know.
Flower gift.
Pranking her sister or other
It's
sister
all over
or
the
something,
place.
or her brother or something. I know. I think that's perfect. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Powers were wonderful and very upbeat and positive, and a lot of emotion behind everything. So very good.
Right.
Very good.
Love that candle burning.
And Encanto makes you think enchanted or something.
Yes.
I have to look that up now and see what it
right.
means. But beautiful film.
Very good. Very good.
Sometimes, I know people cringe with sequels. I don't know if they'll ever make a sequel of this, but this is a perfect standalone movie.
It is.
I love this. Very good. So
thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up. Thank you guys for requesting this. You can check out our links below if you want to watch the full reaction of us watching this movie. Woohoo! Because we were full of emotion all the way through. And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love your family.
That's right.
That's
Hug your loved
right.
ones.
Everyone's a
Hug your
miracle.
sister, brother,
Everyone.
mother, father, cousin.
Family.
Family good.
Good.